Praise God. Bow your heads and we'll pray first. Heavenly Father, I first just thank you, Lord. I pray, Lord Jesus, that you use me to speak to your people, Lord God. I pray, Father, let the word that come forth be edifying, Father. That it be encouraging, Lord God. That it be correcting, Father. And that it helps them on their way, Lord Jesus. I pray that you touch their heart, Lord God. And I pray, Lord God, that we all open up our hearts and receive a word from you, Lord God. Because it ain't me speaking, it's going to be you, Holy Spirit. So have your way. Have your way in us and through us, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. As we was worshiping in the Spirit, God, this ain't nothing with what I'm preaching, but God has showed me like a sword in the Spirit. And I was like, Lord, what is that sword? That's what I was like. I was like, Lord, what is that sword? And as I was worshiping, the Spirit of God was like, that's worship. He told me that worship was a weapon. And I felt myself grabbing the sword and kind of, swinging it and just cutting at the enemy. Because he let me know that truly worship, true worship in spirit and in truth, it is a weapon. It is a sword. It is sharper than any two-edged sword. And you gotta grab it. You gotta grab that sword of worship. You gotta grab that sword of worship, and you gotta thrust it with all your might. Because sometimes you don't feel like worship. Sometimes the enemy got you so burdened down, you don't even think you can lift up your hands and do anything. But I encourage you to pick up your sword of worship. Because that sword of worship, it's going to defeat your enemy. And then it's going to encourage you to walk in the joy of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? It's going to destroy your enemy. And it's going to encourage you and empower you to walk in the joy of the Lord. And God showed me that sword. That sword was so pretty and nice. Because worship before the God of the universe, it should always be sweet, nice, smelling to him. Sometimes we might look ugly after we done worship for real. We might smell a little bit after we done worship for real, but to God, it's so sweet smelling to him. And he loves it. And the enemy is so bitter in his mouth because he know they just won. Every time you worship in spirit and in truth, that is a battle won. That is a battle that you have won. And the longer you prevail in it, and the more that you worship in spirit and in truth, you will find yourself winning every battle. So I want to encourage y'all to swing that sword, grab hold to it. Don't let it go. Don't let your worship go. Don't let the enemy take your worship. Don't let him take it. Worship God in spite of how you feel, in spite of what you want to do. Worship God and grab your sword. We all got a sword of worship. God showed me mine, so I pray that he show you yours. I pray that you grab hold to it and swing that thing, thrust it, get real effective with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what God has showed me. My title is Prepare for the King. It's simple. I won't be before you too long. Prepare for the King. Prepare for the King. Prepare for the King. We are soldiers in the army of the Lord. And before any great war, the privates and the corporals, the sergeants and the lieutenants, they all have to prepare. They all have to get a strategy, and then they have to prepare for it. You have to know your enemy. You have to know. The problem is with a lot of Christians is that they run from their enemy. They don't confront their enemy. So every time you run from your enemy, you are losing because you are running from the strategy. You got to know his strategies. You got to know his tactics. And that takes, what does that take? That takes actually getting out and doing hands-on spiritual warfare. And preparing for a war is not always easy. Preparing for it is not easy. You got to go through strict training, strict conditioning. You got to literally rid your flesh of what it wants to do.
Amen.
You have to literally choke the life out of yourself and push from something that was never in your flesh. And that's only the Spirit of God. That's our fuel. That's our fuel. So we are preparing for the return of the King. That is awesome, man.
Amen.
That is awesome, man.
Amen.
And don't get it twisted, because this preparation, it ain't easy. Because the flesh ain't easy. The flesh never wants to line up. The flesh never wants to act right. The flesh never wants you to do what God wants you to do.
Amen.
You feel me?
Amen.
The flesh always wants to contradict things. The flesh always wants to go against your faith. You like, all I want to do is believe in the flesh. Like, I can't do it. So you know what we got to do? We got to kill it. Kill it. You got to kill it. Off your own flesh. Off your own flesh. And this preparation, don't get it twisted, because in this preparation you must die. And Jesus, think about it. Let's go back to our Father.
That's good. No, I laugh.
Doing the right thing. It's definitely not always easy to do. You know what I'm saying? Doing what's right is truly tough. Because whenever your nature was made to do wrong, doing right always seems to be kind of tough. even when you get going on this walk, doing the right thing is always tough. But the more that you do the right thing, the easier it is to do it. So this ain't Nike, but I just want to tell y'all, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Cut out any options. Cut out the option. First, cut out the option of reverting back. Second, cut out the option of turning to somebody else that ain't God. Don't go calling folks when you need to call on the Father. I'm not saying you can't call for intercession, because we all need to be prayed for. But before you take anything to anybody, you take it to your refuge. You take it to your rock. You take it to Jesus. What that look like? I get in a fight as a little kid, and I run to somebody, my little friend, instead of running to my pops. I'm like, it don't make sense. And that's what we do. We get into a little scuffle, and before we run to our pops, Jesus, we run to something else. Run to your refuge first. Our refuge is Jesus. Our rock is Jesus. Preparation. Prepare. Get ready for the return of the King. Get ready. Get ready for the return of the King. And another thing that I like about war is that the more that you engage in battle, the more effective you are in battle. The more that you engage in spiritual warfare, the more effective you get in spiritual warfare. The thing is that we try to run from that. We wake up thinking, if I can stay as far as I can away from the devil, he won't touch me. If I can run from this thing fast and long enough, I can stay away from it. But every time you wake up and do that, what are you confronted with? The devil is all up in your grill. I'm asking for a mind change. I want you to revert your own attitude. I want you to wake up and you're on the attack. I want you to wake up blasting the truth of God. I'm talking about wake up and you're not running from the enemy. You wake up and you tell the enemy what he gonna do.
Amen.
You say what thus says the Lord.
Amen.
You say, I'm gonna walk on you because that's all you worthy of. You worthy to be under my feet. That's it. We gotta wake up. And we gotta confront the devil. That's it. Y'all been running from devils your whole life. Y'all been running from demons your whole life. I'm telling you to confront them. Look at them. I'm talking about that thing, that one little thing that seems so vicious and malicious. I'm talking about that you can't even talk to yourself about that thing. Look at it. Examine it. Set your face like flint. And first let it know you ain't scared of it. I ain't scared of it. I'm not scared of this issue. I'm not scared of it, first of all, because I know you got to know the God you serve.
Amen.
So that's the attitude you got to have. You got to be like, first of all, devil, I want to let you know that I ain't scared of you. I'm looking at you in the face and I ain't scared of you. I'm not running no more. I'm tired of running. Now it's time to fight. Now it's time to fight. And preparing for the king, we must overcome the enemy.
That's right. That's right.
In preparation for Jesus, in us preparing for the return of Christ, we must overcome our enemy. Your enemy might not be mine. You know what I'm saying? The enemy, that enemy. I'm talking about the you that don't nobody else know but God. That's you. That's you. That's what God see. He see that you. He see the me that don't nobody else see. He see the insecure me. The me that feels like a little kid at times. He see the me that's fearful at times. Will try to block it and look bold when I'm frail at times. He sees that you. So first, you gotta confront the inner me. Confront yourself. Then confront that devil. Confront that stronghold. Confront it, look at it, examine it. You are getting prepared for something. You are getting prepared for something.
Amen.
Look, how can you fight an enemy without looking at the enemy, without strategizing on the enemy, without coming up with a game plan? In football, if we was playing against a team that was pretty good, we would examine them. Oh, they like running behind the big guard right there. Okay, they're weak on the left side. They ain't got no pass game. They're gonna try to run it down your throat all game. So you know what we're gonna do on defense? On defense, we're gonna put 8 in the box and stop the run. We're gonna make them throw the ball. So what I want to tell y'all to put 8 in the box and make the devil throw the ball. Because he's been running down our throat for too long. He's been running at us for too long. I know he done ran over me enough. I'm tired of getting run over.
Amen. Come on, talk about it. Talk about
Let's
it.
make the devil throw the ball. Let's make him change his game plan.
That's right.
Because the thing is that he know if I throw a left, right, he know you gonna duck. And he said when you duck, I'm gonna throw up. And it gets you every time. So you fighting good with the enemy. You good, but he know as soon as he throw that left, right combo, he gonna duck. And then he gonna hit you with that uppercut every time. That's messed up, ain't it? And that's how it is in the spirit. He knows exactly what's gonna get you. But what is the devil gonna do when you throw that left, whenever he throw that left, right, and you don't duck? What are you going to do then? And then you know he about to throw that uppercut and you weave it and you catch him. What are you going to do then? That's going to catch him off guard. I want to let you know that the devil is not, he's not infinite in his mind. He's not like God. The devil don't know everything. The only thing he does is revert from the past. So if he can see patterns that's gone through generations, starting from Adam to you now, that's all he can do. He can look at what your great grandfather did. He can look at what got him, what got his daddy, and then he can pull all those cats out the bag on you. But he only can revert to the past, from the past. But we serve a God that is the Alpha and the Omega. He's the beginning and the end.
That's right. Talk about it. Talk about it.
So my God has already know the story. He the one that threw it into existence. He knows when the enemy gonna swing. He know every punch, every kick, every time he gonna come at you. So what do we gotta do? We gotta prepare, first of all, our hearts and be true sheep of God. True sheep of God. What did Jesus say that his sheep do? They hear his voice. A true, because we are prophets. We prophets. And we have generals. We have lieutenants that's over us. You know what I'm saying? But what is the best leader is a good listener. So us as prophets and the army of the Lord, we got to be able to hear the voice of the Lord. We got to be able to hear the voice of the Lord. If we don't hear the voice of the Lord, we don't know that the enemy about to throw this left, right. You know what I'm saying? But God will let you know. He'll be like, here come that same combo. Here come that same weak combo. The same one. Here it comes. Get ready for it. Prepare for it. Now, what is the worst punch you can get hit by? I was talking to Pastor about that last night. What's the worst punch that you could ever get hit by? Think about it. The punch you never see coming. That's the worst punch you can get hit by. If I see the devil coming at me and he charging at me, I can at least prepare, brace myself, and get ready to do what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? But if the devil behind me and I'm bracing this way, and he come from behind me and catch me, that's the worst punch I can get hit by. And that's what happened. Believers have got caught with punches they ain't never seen. And then you wonder why. It's a lot of hurt believers. It's a lot of addicted believers. It's a lot of messed up believers. It's because the devil done sucker punched them. And they are down. They are down. They are down. They are down. That's what it is. And every time you see a believer that's like that, just say that the devil done caught them. They ain't see it. So I want you to count on the all-seeing God.
Amen.
Count on the God that sees all and knows all. So once we, first of all, line up ourselves with God, get rid of the flesh, and we truly depend on the all-seeing God, then you're at a place where you can do battle. Where you can do battle. Because if I can't see my enemy, I can't fight him. I can't fight my enemy if I don't see him. So, in order to fight the devil, you can't be looking with your spirit, with your fleshly eyes. Open up your spiritual eyes. See your enemy. Confront your enemy. Recognize that it's him. And then overcome him. See your enemy. Recognize your enemy. Don't be afraid of him. And overcome him. Overcome him. Overcome him. And some of y'all think like, how